Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. We're finishing up the NFC West divisional future odds here this offseason, and now it's time to take a look at one of the other bigger underdogs here for this team, and that's the St. Louis Rams, who had a really good season last year considering everything. And the Rams come in at 8-1 or plus 800 to win this division from LVH Sportsbook in Las Vegas. Now that being said, I don't think these odds have any sort of value this offseason considering the fact that they have to contend with the 49ers and the Seahawks in that division again. I think the Rams are going to be, once again, an improved football team. I think they're going to have and still really good value in the ATS numbers, but 8-1 is just still a little bit too much here for me. And I think we're still 1 year away from actually considering the Rams here in a divisional future odds bet in anything, just here to start to win the division. Now, of course, last year the Rams did have some value against the spread as they were one of the best teams, one of the 4 best teams in the NFL against the spread during the regular season, going 11-5 against the number. That being said, as I mentioned with their divisional counterpart, the Seahawks, who also went 11-5 during the regular season, I think the Seahawks will lose value and become overvalued in 2013 because of this, while the Rams, I think, will continue to hold most of their value here against the spread, as it looks like the odds sharks here are really undervaluing them in a few key areas as they did last season, and I think those trends might be able to roll over here into 2013. For instance, the Rams were 7-1 against the spread as road underdogs last season. Also, every time they played on the road, they were road underdogs, so 7-1 on the road. However, they were 0-2 as favorites at home. So a little bit of different for the Rams here as opposed to the Seahawks, obviously, but I think they will definitely still hold some sort of value on the road, as it did appear that they were a solid road team, both straight up and against the spread a year ago. And as an underdog in general, they were 11-3 against the spread. So a lot of value from the Rams last season as an underdog. I think we're going to continue to see that this season, as they'll probably be undervalued, and their defense is definitely getting a lot better, and that is where the core of their undervalue is probably going to come from. They were also 9-3 against the spread against the NFC, and they were 6-0 against the spread against the NFC West, their own division, and 4-1-1 straight up in that. Of course, remember they tied with the San Francisco 49ers once last season. So a lot of value for the Rams. We just have to know where to find it. I think road and being on the road and as underdogs is probably going to be where we're going to find it. And maybe even if they're small home underdogs, definitely going to be a lot of value with them, I think, there this season. So keep a lookout for that for the Rams, but we're laying off their divisional future odds as it stands now. Thanks for joining me once again. Make sure you check out all the other articles and videos on all the other 31 teams in the NFL. But until then, thanks for joining me once again. I'm Jordan Sharp.